Well, we here. We lost 31-10. Not happy about it, but at the same time, it probably needed to happen. I'm not one of the people that's going to panic. I'm one of the guys that likes to find solutions, right? You're probably wondering why you're getting this a little bit late, this reaction video. It's extremely hard to really record at Mark's house when you're over there, really. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like to wait until I get in my own space before I can really do the content. But there are 5 points to really losing this game that I think were really important. Really, really important while I'm thinking, while I'm really reacting to the loss. Number one, this defense is smoke and mirrors. No matter what the national media says, I know what you are. All right, I hope y'all are watching this. And y'all probably ain't going to do nothing about it but huff and puff and do the same things. This defense ain't getting turnovers. They ain't getting that many stops. It's just that simple. They've been giving up drives. They've been giving up a whole bunch of yards the last couple of weeks. They gave up yards last week, to be honest with you. I mean, it didn't seem like it, but when I was there, I felt like Philadelphia was getting a lot more yards and first downs than they should have been with an elite defense. This ain't an elite defense. It's really a regular defense that gets turnovers. And if it's not getting turnovers, you can run right at them and they'll fold. And that's what happened today with Big Hank out. We ain't got nobody else that could be a bully in there outside of D-Law that can really, in the run game, be somebody that's stout. We ain't got that. If this defense ain't getting turnovers, they regular. I watched a couple weeks ago. The score didn't dictate this. Look, see, the offense has been hiding this for quite some time because they've been scoring at such a high clip. The offense didn't score at a high clip today, and really the defense really got exposed. This looked a lot like San Francisco, and it looked a lot like Arizona. All three games looked exactly the same. This defense ain't as good as it's portraying. And then Cam Newton said something along the lines of Dak Prescott don't got to go out there and score points because it's the defense. This defense ain't leading nothing. The real people who know this team, we know that Dak Prescott has been leading this team. And we've been scoring, and that's been helping the defense. This defense came right out here and got their butts stomped the entire time. I want to say, now this is me thinking off the top of my head, I think they got their first stop at 8:18 in the fourth quarter. Outside of that, it was just dumb penalties. Dumb penalties, hitting the quarterback late, hitting the punter. Things we couldn't get off the field. We couldn't get out our own way. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes things don't go your way. But when this defense ain't getting turnovers, they have a hard time digging deep when they're not getting turnovers. You know what I'm saying? But against Seattle, we got a timely turnover. But outside of that, we were getting our butts kicked in that game. This isn't something that I'm just saying because we lost. I've been saying it for quite some time. Dak Prescott has just been playing at such a high clip that nobody's been paying attention to it. This defense is really kind of regular, yo. And until they prove otherwise, they're going to have to in the next couple games. Miami's going to come in and try, or we're going to go into Miami, and Miami's going to try and kick our head in. And guess what? Their coach saw what happened. Guess what? He's not afraid to run the football. So until you figure that out, we're going to see them run the football next week. Miami's going to run the football. And they got speed. They got speed on the outside. They got receivers. But they're going to run the football. Buffalo isn't a running football team, but they gutted us. They gutted us. They pushed us around. They played faster than us. They just wanted it more than us. And when we had the opportunity to step up and really show who we are, we did what we always do. We're gonna step back and we want to chase from behind. That's what this team is. Number two, I know that point was long as hell. Mike McCarthy shelled up on the road as far as the offensive play calling went. No motion. I don't think that there was very much imagination behind getting guys open. And maybe a lot of it had to do with Zach Martin getting hurt. That's another point that I'm going to get to later on. But Zach Martin getting hurt, we just seemed like we were a shell of ourselves on offense. And it didn't have to be that way. It really didn't. I felt like we had clean enough pockets to do the things that we wanted to do. Some of the times Dak had to use his legs, but I mean, that's happened even with Zach Martin in there. So I felt like Mike McCarthy really shelled up today. I don't think he did a very good job helping Dak out, helping the receivers. But the run game was okay today. I thought the run game was solid for what we had. Number 3, we were scared of James Cook, bro. All this wolfing this defense be doing, and y'all went out there and y'all scared of this boy. Y'all was scared of him. Y'all were scared of him. If you were within 1 to 2 yards, you were afraid to get shook, and you were getting shook anyway. Y'all ain't put a pad on nobody all day. I watched Buffalo beat the hell out of us, hitting us, tackling us, knocking us down. We did a whole bunch of arm tackling and letting the runners drag us around. We did a whole bunch. We got ragdolled is what we got. We got ragdolled out there. We was getting drugged, and they was dragging us. Scared, y'all was scared of James Cook. That's the first time really all year. Y'all wasn't even scared of McCaffrey, but y'all was scared of him. Y'all were shook. This defense was shook. I'm gonna always call it like I see it. If I see good, I'm gonna say it was good. But if I coach this team, I'd be like, y'all scared of him. We were scared of Cook. And guess what? Miami saw it too. And they're gonna do a lot of the same things Buffalo did. So we better get ready. Number 4, there's a blueprint on how to beat us. There's a blueprint. Like I said, keep the turnovers down. You can run at this team. They really ain't what they say they are. They really lighten the ass. That's really what we are. Certain teams just can't do it. Like Washington, they can't do that because they lighten the ass up front. So we can get away with it. Seattle really couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? They could throw the ball, but they couldn't really run at us like that. Philadelphia, for some odd reason, can't run against us. I think we just know them too well. But for the most part, especially with Hank out, because it's not always like that. When Hankins is in there, we're okay on first down. We're all right. We solid. But everybody else, they are not afraid of you. Osa, they are not afraid of you. Gallimore, they are not afraid of you. Mozzie, they definitely ain't afraid of you. Y'all need to play better. Y'all need to play better down this stretch with Hank out. We got to play better. But it ain't just them, though. We ain't do outside contain. Michael's playing a little bit of hero ball again because that's what he does in these type of games. We getting whooped. Mike can start playing hero ball. Blueprint. You keep chipping away at them. You keep punching them in the face. Eventually, they're going to fold. And that's what's happened in 3 out of the 4 losses. 3 out of the 4 losses have looked the exact same. They wanted it more than us. They punched us. They kept punching. They kept punching. Just like D-Law said last week. And we folded. We folded today. We folded. Number 5. Y'all called me crazy on Twitter. But I'm bringing in Ndamukong Suh for a cup of coffee, bro. And I got to see what he looks like. I got to work him. I got to see something, bro. Because I don't think what we have right now is good enough. And nobody can convince me otherwise. With Hankins out with the ankle injury and really having to wait for him to recover and stuff like that, I really wouldn't want to rush it. Not saying that Ndamukong Suh comes in here right now and makes an impact from day one, but I think he's better than what we have. I do think that. I've seen enough of these guys to know. I've seen enough of it to know what they are in games like this. I'm just going to keep it funky. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. They're going to get pushed around. They've been getting pushed around their entire careers for real without Hankins. Hankins, not so much. With these other guys, though, they're the reason we got Hankins, and they're the reason we drafted Mozzie. I'm just keeping it 100, man. I don't know how else to do it, how else to say it. And lastly, our mid-game adversity is trash. If we lose somebody, we lost Zach Martin, we fell apart. We lost Trayvon Diggs. Oh, we don't know how to play. Oh, we lost our brother. Bro, it's football. Everybody else figures that shit out. Everybody else figures it out. Damn, the Bengals is winning games without damn Joe Burrow. Figure it out. Figure it out. All right? Now, this was a bad game. Not going to hide from it. But you got to call the good with the good, the bad with the bad. I've done enough praising. But when you got to call stuff out, you got to call stuff out. We can be better. We can be better than we were today. But I will say that 3 out of our 4 losses have looked like this, and we need some soul. There's some soul searching to do. I don't know how much soul searching, but just know that going forward, teams are going to try you like Buffalo tried us today. And Buffalo, I don't believe that Buffalo tried nobody all year like they tried us today. And they got the dub, and they deserved it. Bad calls, sure. They've been bad calls for us all year. That is not why we lost today. We lost today because Buffalo was better than us, and they wanted it more. They were better than us today, at least. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by. This was my reaction video. Obviously, I'm going to be doing content throughout the week, but I just wanted to get this out there. But I appreciate y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.